beautiful. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Repair is our congregational theme this month. I keep a particular book, Kintsugi Wellness, in a readily accessible spot on my bookshelf nearest my desk. It's 5 shelves up, to my right, and now the top book on a small pile of 4. The author, Candace Kumai, notes, Kintsugi can be understood as a philosophical Japanese art, honoring the mind, body, and spirit through an actual art form of golden repair. The broken is repaired, not discarded, and beauty is to be found. Sort of like my ceramic cow that I made when I was in elementary school. It has received the art of Kintsugi, my version. This week, along with others, I re-experienced brokenness, and this broken state of being is in need of repair through refinding that which is beauty. As Kumai says, by doing the work of repair, our cracks become gold as we come out of the struggles, a much more beautiful and refined version of ourselves. Thinking of struggles, when I swiveled my chair left toward another bookshelf, I easily spotted The People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn. Zinn, an American historian, playwright, philosopher, social intellectual, activist, and World War II veteran. I can't tell you when I got this book, but from the look of its yellowing pages and the way it smells, I've had it for a long time, from my way back. I love Zinn and the fact that I have this book because his counter-narratives have influenced how I understand the intersectionality of histories, the fragmented pieces in need of some kintsugi here in the States. Zinn has a great quote, not attributed to his people's histories, but from his memoir, You Can't Be Neutral on a Moving Train. To be hopeful in bad times is not just foolishly romantic. It is based on the fact that human history is a history not only of cruelty, but of compassion, sacrifice, courage, kindness. What we choose to emphasize in this complex history will determine our lives. If we see only the worst, it destroys our capacity to do something. If we remember those times and places, and there are so many, where people have behaved magnificently, this gives us the energy to act, and at least the possibility of sending this spinning top of a world in a different direction. And if we do act, in however small a way, we don't have to wait for some grand utopian future. The future is an infinite succession of presents, and to live now as we think human beings should live, in defiance of all that is bad around us, it is a marvelous victory. Come, let us worship together.
Good morning. I am Kikanza Nuri Robbins, and I'm happy to be here and so happy that you all are here. Let us remember that this sanctuary is built upon a sanctuary. It's built upon sacred land, land that belonged to people whose names, some of whose names we remember, many of whose names we never knew. But we know that this isn't just ours. We stand on the shoulders of people, many, many people who came before us. For our chalice lighting, I'm reading a poem that some of you may have heard. It's been misattributed to many different authors, including Edgar Guest and John Greenleaf Whittier. The true origins of the poem are somewhat murky, but it's definitely not Guest and it's not Whittier. I first heard this poem from my great-grandmother, B. Harris. I thought she made it up. So let's hear what Auntie B has to say. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high and you want to smile but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a fellow turns about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. You never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. And when things seem worst, you must not quit.
Greetings, and welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Community Congregation of Santa Monica. Community, I would like to first extend a warm welcome to our guest musicians, Karen Bentley and Don Slapian. Karen, whose grandparents, Joyce and Norton Braceth, were members in our congregation from 1950 to 1968. Her parents met here and were then married here in 1960. And she has visited here on occasion She is one of our country's leading contemporary musicians. She performs a wide range of solo repertoire and styles on violin, viola, piano, and the Norwegian Hardanger fiddle, the Hardingfele? Thank you. To extend the boundaries of the concert experience, from the Baroque to cutting-edge contemporary music and live improvisations. Don is a music technologist and an electronic music pioneer, born into a scientific family. He has programmed computers and has built electronic music circuitry, sculpting sound with classic electronic music studio tape techniques. The music he has created has been described as simultaneously stimulating and effervescent, and soothing and profound. Karen and Don, welcome. And welcome to all who are with us this morning, whether this is your first visit or you have been a part of our community for years, or you are joining us here in the sanctuary or tuning in online from near or far. We are thrilled to have you here with us today. I'm Dr. Susan Hendricks, and I'm always thrilled to serve as your worship associate alongside the Reverend Dr. Kikanza Nuri Robbins. Our congregation is open and affirming, welcoming people of all identities, backgrounds, and abilities. We're committed to intersectionality, anti-racism, and building a community that is radically inclusive, whole, just, and sustainable. We celebrate a wide range of beliefs, values, and principles, and draw wisdom from both ancient and contemporary, sacred and secular sources. Our ministries and programs include chalice circles, meditation meetings, book clubs, religious education for children and youth, and activities for all ages. And we are here to serve our congregation and the broader world. We also partner with social and environmental justice advocates to promote our core UU value of love, as well as interdependence, justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, and generosity. There's truly something for everyone here, and we warmly invite you to consider becoming a member to support the transformative work we do. May you find inspiration, comfort, and a sense of community with us today.
Opening hymn, this is 10:15. I know I can. Though days be dark with storms, and burdens weigh my heart, though troubles wait at every turn, I know I can go on. My sorrow heals my soul, and burdens make me strong. Though troubles wait at every turn, I know I can go on. My sister in my heart, my brother in my song. Though troubles wait at every turn, I know I can go on. And though the journey is long, the destination is near. Though troubles wait at every turn, I know I can go on. So brothers, take my hand, and sisters, sing my song. Though troubles wait at every turn, I know I can go on.
Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve humankind in fellowship, thus do we covenant with each other. El amor es la enseñanza de esta iglesia. Buscar la verdad es su sacramento y el servicio es la oración. Vivir juntos en paz, buscar el conocimiento en la libertad, servir a la humanidad en comunión. Así es como convenimos unos a otros.
Good morning. My name is Jessica Tenhave Place, and I am the Interim Director of Religious Education here. And at this time, we want to invite everyone to bring forward, if you have any donations for the West Side Food Bank, you can come bring them up here. Our young ones always show a good example of things we can bring. What do you have today, Sebastian? Yeah, cans of beans. That's a perfect thing to bring. So all kinds of things that are shelf stable like that, canned food, cereal, and you can always check in on the Westside Food Bank's website to see what they're most in need of at this time. We've been a supporter of them for a while, and thank you everyone who is contributing this week. So now I want to invite our young friends to come up to the steps with me. I'll meet you down there for our time for all ages.
Hello, hello. How are you today? Good. Thank you. Hi. Yeah, we got lots of friends today. Yay. Thank you for joining, everyone. And come join on the steps there. Find a spot. You can sit right here if you'd like. There you go. Thank you. And what's your name? So I don't know if anyone out there has been having some big feelings this week. It might just be me. But I thought that people of all ages might enjoy hearing from this story called Visiting Feelings, because sometimes, even when you're a grown-up, and I think especially when you're a kid, from what I remember, feelings, you got to take the time to listen to them, to see what they're saying to us, because sometimes when I feel sad, I sit with it for a little bit and I realize, I think I feel sad because I'm mad. Or maybe I feel mad because I'm really sad. And so feelings can be complicated things. So we're going to hear a story about visiting with our feelings today. So, do you have a feeling that's visiting today? Can you open your door and invite it to play? Can you ask what it wants and then check it out? Welcome it and listen to what it's about? What if the feelings play hide and go seek and won't let you see it, not even a peek? Here's an idea, a good one to try. Look at that feeling with wide open eyes. How does it look? Is it short? Is it tall? Is it thick or thin or round like a ball? Is it bright like the sun, dark like the rain? Oh, you want to see the pictures? Or is it a look you can't even explain? Oh, what animal is that? Do you know? Bear, yeah. So how does it feel? Is it light as a cloud floating on air, or heavy and huge like a grizzly bear? Yeah, you really feel it. Is it soft like your mom when she whispers goodnight, or loud like a baby who fusses and fights? Ooh, can anyone else tell me what animals we see here?
A turtle.
Yeah, we got a turtle and some fishies.
Yep.
Is it sharp?
And the turtles are gonna go on the foot.
Yeah, it's just somebody bathing their feet in the river with the fishies. So it asked us, is our feeling sharp like stepping on stones with bare feet? Or smooth like ice cream, your favorite treat? What's that animal?
Or a doggy.
I think maybe it's a kitty. Ew. Yeah. Is
She's holding a lemon.
right. Is it warm or cold, sour or sweet? Does it shiver with fear when the two of you meet? How did this feeling enter your house? Did it barge right in? Was it shy like a mouse? Did it rumble and grumble like a thunderstorm blast? Or was it quick as a hummingbird, darting around fast? And where has the feeling settled inside? In your stomach down low? In your throat up high? Yeah, I see a butterfly. And a turtle. We got some more animals on this page. If you listen to what your body can say, you'll find that your feelings are really okay. With a bit of attention, a little more care, they might even tell you just why they are there. Some feelings are tough, and some are more fun. Now, are you ready for the next one? So whenever a feeling comes by to play, welcome it in and let it stay for as long as it likes, or a minute or two. Treat your feelings like friends talking to you. So I think that story has something that we can all learn from. Yeah, you want to hold that for me? That we need to invite our feelings in, not just shut them out and close the door, because they'll come knocking back even harder if we do that. So if we take time to sit and listen to our feelings, they can tell us something about what we need. So we're going to talk more about listening to nature as well in RE, so I'm excited about that. So we're going to go take off to the cottage while we all sing, "Go Now in Peace."
Let's sing our youth to their RE classes. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you as you go on your way. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you as you go on your way.
So, we did have a few brief announcements this morning, and now we have some announcements. Religious naturalism is an emergent philosophical and theological movement informed by science and inspired by ancient wisdom. Today, starting at 1 o'clock, part 1 of a 3-part series, Ontology and Orientation, will be presented. Part 2 and 3 will be held December 1st and 15th, respectively. For more information, please reach out to adultre@uusm.org. Tonight, our guest musicians, Karen and Don, will be performing at the Philosophical Research Society in Los Feliz at 6:30 p.m. All are welcome. Church offices will be closed this Monday, November 11th, in observance of Veterans Day, as well as on Thursday, November 28th, and Friday, November 29th for Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving. Attention middle and high schoolers and the families of said youth. On Sunday, November 17th from 12 to 1:30 p.m., the Children and Youth RE program is hosting a pizza party and brainstorming session. Bring a friend and tell us what you want from religious education programs for teens. Gaming parties, service projects, interfaith field trips, discussion groups, drama club, roller derby league. Let's get it started. To RSVP, please email Jessica at interimdre@uusm.org. Next Sunday, November 17th, we will be having a very special Soulful Sundown. After the usual potluck, we will have a concert by none other than Ticket to Ride, a Beatles tribute band who performs Beatles songs about as close to the originals as you can imagine in full stage costume. Early Beatles, Sgt. Pepper, and later years. Come for the music and stay for the fun. Our Zero Waste Thanksgiving Feast will be on Sunday, November 24th, starting at 1 p.m. There's an online sign-up sheet, or you can sign up after the service today. And finally, Sonder has a brief announcement.
Hello, good morning, everyone. So the holidays start particularly early for musicians because we have to prepare for them, and we would like to invite you, or at least have a save the date, to our UUSM choir fundraiser this December 19, a Thursday night, as we present Handel's beloved oratorio, The Messiah, at least the part 1. Messiah at a UU church, what? This is a beloved oratorio that is performed during Christmas, at least part 1 of it. It's actually, it's in 3 parts. If you don't know how long it is, it's actually in 3 parts. It's about 2 hours long. We are only performing the Christmas part of it, which is part 1. Plus, you get to sing the Hallelujah chorus with us if you want. So it's December 19. It's a $20 to $25 suggested donation with no one turned away for lack of funds. And there will be a wine and cheese reception. How fabulous is that? So inviting you to our Wine and Cheese Messiah this December. So I think, do we have that? Oh, it's not full screen. There it is. So 6:45, if you'd like to join a brief rehearsal for our Hallelujah Chorus sing-along. And the wine and cheese reception starts at 7, and the concert starts at 7:30. So we hope to see you there.
It's almost that time to greet your neighbor. Before doing so, please remember to listen for Ryan's cue to return to worship, which we will then follow with our music for the morning. Let's now take a few moments to say hello and greet those around you who are both familiar and new. That's what, no, music for the, what'd I say?
Yeah, we're already worshiping.
To
Like,
return
is
to.
this not worship?
Well, well, it was in there.
I know you didn't write that, but I'm just noticing.
All right, well, you know who to return. There we go.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning? I gotta come and say, I'm gonna go get.
Come to sing a song about hope. I'm not inspired much right now, but even so, I came out here to sing a song, so here I go. I guess I think that if I tinker long enough, one might appear. And look, it's here. One verse is done, the work's begun. I come to sing a song about hope. In spite of everything ridiculous and sad, though I'm beyond belief depressed, confused and mad, well, I got dressed I underestimated how much that would take. I didn't break until right now. I sing of hope and don't know how. So maybe I can substitute strength, because I'm strong enough. I got through lots of things I didn't think I could, and so did you. I know that's true. And so I sing a song about hope, though I can't guarantee there's something real behind it. I have to try to show my daughters I can find it. And so today, when life is crazy and impossible to bear, it must be there. Fear never wins. That's what I hope. See, I said hope. The work begins.
Yes, come now. Come on up. This is the time when we come together as community to share our joys and sorrows. I imagine that your heart is a bit full or empty this morning. There is lots to reflect upon. Tomorrow is Veterans Day, and we must not forget those who have served our country, and we must not forget why they served our country. We must not forget that it is our country. And so we also reflect upon the elections, remembering that it is our country, and that even if it may not feel like that in this moment, and we need to reflect upon what's next for each of us. Each one will take a step in a different way. And then there are your silent prayers, your secret prayers, the hopes, the dreams, the disappointments that reside in the shadows of your heart. We invite you to bring those forward, knowing that in the silence, you are not alone. I come from a family of musicians, and so there was music for everything. If we were happy, we sang. If we were sad, we sang. My brother and I would play a game. My mother would try to talk to us about something, and at the end of every sentence, we tried to think of a song that went along with what she said. Usually stopped her because it was not her intent to entertain us. So we're going to hear music for our meditative moments this morning. And I invite you to let the music speak to you, to wash over you, to comfort you, to carry your prayers, your secret thoughts, your community wishes up into the ethers and then back down and around all of us as we figure out what's next. David White is one of my favorite poets. He writes, "Just beyond yourself is where you need to be. Half a step into self-forgetting and the rest restored by what you meet. There is a road always beckoning. When you see the two sides of it closing together at that far horizon and deep in the foundations of your own heart at exactly the same time, that's how you know it's the road that you have to follow. That's how you know it's where you need to go. That's how you know you have to go. That's how you know just beyond yourself is where you need to be." You know, after a long race, whether one wins or loses, there is the desire for rest. Rest, however, may not be what is needed. What is necessary in times of stress and in the midst of jubilation is perseverance. Keep focused, keep going. There's much work to do. We have to keep going. Now, you may consider yourself among the winners of the election. You may feel you are one of the losers. Win or lose, this sermon's for you. If you climb a mountain, if you scale a wall, if you run a marathon, if you give a party, you got to get down, you got to get home, you got to clean up. What got you to where you wanted to be, to the summit, to the finish line? Perseverance and collective work. What's going to get you to the next step? The same thing. And honest reflection, an assessment of the success or the failure, the win or the loss, noting what you have learned and using that learning to chart the next part of your journey. Now, you may consider yourself to be the heir apparent, the best one, the ethical choice, the moral compass. Win or lose, you still have work to do. Sometimes we listen to ourselves and our friends with such righteous rightness, reinforcing our own perceptions and biases, we forget there are other points of view. We think that because we have science or rational thinking or morality or God on our side, we must be right, and we are entitled to win. We forget that even when we know we're right, and we are right this time, there are people in power who just don't care. They don't care about our rightness. They don't care about their wrongness or immorality or illegality. There are some things that don't make sense to us. Right doesn't always win. Morality is highly subjective. So if you think we lost, and we did, let us also remember and build upon the many successes that got us as far as we got. By all means, take time to grieve and remember there is always tomorrow, always another day. This day is a time for mourning, for sharing our stories of sadness and confusion and anger. This is also a time to debrief, for thinking through and analyzing the lessons that we have learned. What did you notice? I noticed that people spent more time talking about what they feared than what they wanted and what they were working for, forgetting the laws of attraction. What surprised the laws of attraction? You get what you focus on. Even if you focused on you can't pay the bills, what you're going to get are bills. Rather than focusing on what you want, more money so that you can pay the bills, then you'll get more money. That's how it works. Second debriefing question, what surprised you? I was surprised that people seem to forget how racist and sexist this country is. When Obama left office, people vowed that mistake would not be made again. There would be no more people of color in the Oval Office, not in this century. And that Americans rejected Hillary Clinton, who was more qualified than either Obama or Bill Clinton. They rejected her because she was a woman. We've got to remember what they are thinking, whoever they are. Next question, what was missing? I think what was missing was a clear sense of what we want, who we are collectively, and what we want to become collectively. What was missing was an understanding that backlash is real. When you call people names, when you seek to supplant their version of history and replace it with yours, not supplement, but supplant, when you think logic and facts will override highly charged emotions, people become angry and defensive and even more blinded by bias and entrenched in entitlement. So what's next? Anand Giridharadas says that these will be rebuilding years. Sports teams have rebuilding years after they lose or lose badly. There's a kind of freedom in the rebuilding years. You know there's a certain amount of space and time. You're not expected to turn around and win the title in the next year. Your work is not winning, not at first. Your work is rebuilding, to put yourself in condition to win again. So for me, what am I going to do during this rebuilding season? I can't work harder, but I can work differently. In my semi-retirement, I've stopped teaching and writing, and perhaps I need to reconsider those choices. Perhaps I need to carve out a larger corner of the world in which I can make a difference. I would invite you to consider what would be next for you. How can you make the most difference individually? How can we make the most difference in these rebuilding years collectively? There was a Facebook post by someone named Venice Williams who said, continue to do the good work, continue to build bridges, not walls, continue to lead with compassion, Continue the demanding work of liberation for all. Continue to dismantle broken systems, large and small. Continue to set the best example for the children. Continue to be a vessel of nourishing joy. Continue right where you are, right where you live. And so this reminds me that I need to work on my attitude. My view of the world is a bit jaded and cynical. I don't expect much from humans, and so I don't get as disappointed or surprised when they act up. In 1916, Abdul Baha of the Baha'i Faith wrote, "Be joyous while the ugly face of despair grins at you." Again, aspirational, I can't do that. "Speak aloud while the malevolent forces of the netherworld try to crush your mind." This was 1916. "Do not yield to the overwhelming power of tyranny and despotism. Serve the cause of democracy and freedom. Continue your journey to the end. The bright day is coming." We are our future. Us. We are our future. And we sing in one of our hymns, "We are our grandmother's prayers." My great-grandmother, who everyone called Auntie B except me, I called her Nana, I know that she prayed for me. I know that I am a result of her prayers. We are our grandmother's prayers. We are our grandfather's dreamings. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the spirit of love. We are mothers of courage and fathers of time. We are daughters of dust and sons of great vision. We are sisters of mercy and brothers of love. We are lovers of life and builders of nations. We are keepers of faith and seekers of truth. We are makers of peace and the wisdom of ages. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the spirit of love.
We are also a generous congregation. And as a generous congregation and as part of our spiritual practice, half of this morning's offering will go to support the good work of this congregation, and half will be shared with an organization that furthers our UU liberal religious values and principles in the wider world. Within our congregation, your offering goes to support the work of the Faith in Action and the Intersectional Anti-Racism, Anti-Oppression Commissions, the Social Justice Committee, the Pastoral Care Associates, the Art Committee, the Hunger Task Force, the Worship Associates, and various other teams, committees, task force, and ministries. In addition, half of our Sunday offering this month will go to United American Indian Involvement Incorporated. The mission of UAII is to promote and support the physical, behavioral, and spiritual health and well-being of American Indians and Alaska Natives in Los Angeles' urban center by providing high-quality, comprehensive, integrated services for youth, adults, and elders rooted in Native traditional values and culture. The United American Indian Involvement strives to serve as a bridge to reconnect American Indians and Alaskan Natives to their language, culture, and traditions. We invite you to contribute in whatever way you feel is right for you. The options are displayed on the slide behind me. All are gratefully accepted. And if you're new or visiting, or you simply prefer a more traditional method of cash and checks, you're invited to place your offerings in the offertory bags that will be passed around shortly. Thank you for all that you give, monetarily and through your volunteerism and your care, to support the life of our congregation and the community beyond our walls. The ushers are invited to come forward. Your offer will now be gratefully received.
So last year, our closing hymn is Lead with Love, and you might have heard the choir sing this multiple times here. But I'm going to tell you a little bit of story about it. So last year, I had the pleasure of spending an entire week in Vancouver with the composer of this hymn, Melanie Demore. We were both at residency with the Phoenix Chamber Choir. We both wrote new pieces for that group, and earlier this year I saw her again at the LA Master Chorale High School Choral Festival. And it was only that time last year in Vancouver where I learned the story of this hymn, Lead with Love. It was written in 2016, actually, during the election in 2016, where we all know what happened at that time. And right at that night, she was working with some youth at a church in Minneapolis, and everyone was really scared. I'm sure you had, I'm sure many of us had those same feelings back then. And maybe this week we had the same feelings also. And this tune was born out of that. And a lot of the youth that she was working with asked her, what do we do now? And we just put one foot in front of the other and keep going and lead with love. And that's the story. That's how this hymn came about. That's how this song came about. And so we're going to sing it. We're going to sing it in 2 parts. We're going to teach you 2 parts to the refrain, so you can do a little bit of polyphony. Can I get a B flat minor? So this is how the refrain goes. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Your turn. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Good, good, good. Simultaneously happening underneath that is a part 2. So choose a part 1 or part 2, and part 2 goes like this. One foot, one foot, one foot in front of the other one. One foot, one foot, one foot. Lead with love. One foot, one foot, one foot in front of the other one. One foot, one foot, one foot. Lead with love. Karen, would you like to join me? So if you want to sing part 1, please sing with Karen. If you want to sing part 2, sing with me. This is a rehearsal, and then we do the hymn. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. You gotta put one foot, one foot, one foot in front of the other one. One foot, one foot, one foot. Lead with love. You gotta put one foot, one foot, one foot in front of the other one. One foot, one foot, one foot. Lead with love. And then I lead you in a call and response of the verses. Are you ready? 1. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Don't give up hope.
Don't give up hope.
You're not alone.
You're not alone.
Don't you give up.
Don't you give up.
Keep moving on.
Keep moving on.
You gotta put one foot, one foot, one foot in front of the other one. One foot, one foot, one foot. Lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other one. One foot. Lead with love. Lift up your eyes. Don't you despair. Look up ahead. The path is there. You gotta put one foot in front of the other one. One foot. Lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other one. One foot. Lead with love. I know you're scared. And I'm scared too. But here I am. Right next to you. You gotta put one foot in front of the other one. One foot. Lead with love. One foot front of the other one. One foot. Lead with love. And lead with love. And lead with love.
Well, we had church this morning, didn't we? And we can't do church as individuals. It has to be in community. It's not the same if you're not there in the pews. It's not the same. There are many, many people, visible and invisible, that help to put this service together, and we are grateful for all of them. We are particularly grateful for Karen and Don for their special music that they brought. And for Sonder, who always manages to pick just the right song. Aubrey and Mia are in the back with the computers. Pam and Rima helped to get the slides and not the bulletin, this thing, the order of service. Liz, whom we almost never see, but who makes sure that everything is seen, is someplace out there. Thank you so much, Liz. We've got folks who have made coffee and brought snacks. We have Tom, who makes sure that the lights are on and that we can do parking, and occasionally he vacuums the chancel. But always comes into service at the end to see if he gets credit for something. But not today. We are very grateful to you, Tom. So I'm old, and I went to school where everybody took Latin, and we all had to memorize long poems that we didn't understand, but which stayed with us because now as an old adult, I understand them. So I'm going to leave you with one more of these corny poems. So the first is just a line from a song, a recent song, and the line is, if you're going through hell, keep going. And the poem is Invictus. Some of you may know it. Out of the pit that covers me, out of the night that covers me, black is the pit from pole to pole. I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. This service is over. Go in peace, my friends, and serve the world. It can't do it without us.